The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. The Jaguars at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this throw will be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth there.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6.
Here we go, here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. Now from way back there after the sack. It's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result at each and every attempt.
Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
21.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 68 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
12, here we go.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. 13.
On 2nd and 2, Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Garoppolo now. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
55.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
White. 1, Omaha.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I'm ready.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 29, Lawrence. And this one's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Well, here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one with 6.